Shanti. Murli date 15th April 2022. Essence. Sweet children, you belong to the DT clan. You now have to change from worshippers to being worthy of worship. The Father has come to give you all the fruit of your devotion. Question. What is a easy way to break your intellect's yoga away from your body and bodily relations? Answer. Mine is one Shiv Baba and none other. Make this lesson firm. Baba says, children, bodies and bodily relations all cause sorrow. If you make me your child, I will do so much service for you that you will remain ever happy for 21 births. If you make me your hire, I will give you an inheritance. If you make me your bridegroom, I will decorate you and make you into an empress of heaven. And if you make me your brother or friend, I will play with you. Have every relationship with me, and your intellect will then be removed from all bodily relations. Song. How sweet, how loving God Shiva, the innocent Lord is. Om Shanti. Whose praise did you children hear? That of their unlimited Father. Only He is called Shiv Baba. Brahma is also called Baba because he is Prajapita Brahma, father of people, and father means Baba. You Brahma Kumars and Kumaris of Prajapita Brahma are now sitting here. You really are the adopted children of Brahma. You have taken the lap of Shiv Baba through Brahma. Even though Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar have their own bodies, Shiv Baba doesn't have a body of his own. The incorporeal Supreme Soul has neither a physical nor a subtle body. He is called the Supreme Father. Prajapita cannot be called the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Soul means the one who lives beyond. You souls are also residents of that place. The Father is very sweet, and this is why He is given the praise. You are the mother and father. A teacher should also be like you. A brother should also be like you. And a father should also be like you. A worldly father gives an inheritance to his children. Although today's children receive an inheritance, they do not serve their parents well. The parents find wives for them. However, when there are a few conflicts, they move away from their parents. If you make Shiv Baba your child now, he will do so much service for you that you will remain very happy for 21 births. Acha. If instead of making me your child, you make me your father, I will also give you happiness in heaven forever. If you make me your bridegroom, I will decorate you and make you into an empress of heaven. Break your intellect away from all relationships of bodies, including that of your own body, because they all cause sorrow. I give you nothing but happiness. See, Baba even plays with you, and so you consider yourself to be playing with your brother. As your brother too, Baba gives you happiness. Since he makes you into the masters of heaven, you should break off all relationships with everyone else and have all your relationships with him. Have the consciousness. Mine is one Shiv Baba and none other. Cycle after cycle. I personally come in front of you, children, and I liberate you from all your sorrows and make you ever happy. Therefore, you should fix your intellects in yoga with such a father who comes and becomes the Brahmin priest himself and arranges the brotherly of souls. This one is a first class Brahmin. You were given such good names. You had to be given names according to the drama. You left one family and came into the lap of God. So, you were given such entertaining names. You also remember, O purifier, come. Come and make us pure. They have so much love for Sri Krishna. They say, I want a husband like Sri Krishna or a child like Sri Krishna. Even though they understand that Krishna is the master of heaven, they still portray him in the copper age. This is a mistake. And so the Father comes to rectify all mistakes and to free you from them. No one makes such mistakes in the golden age. It is only Maya that causes you to make mistakes, and Maya doesn't exist there. You can show everyone the picture of Lakshmi and Narayan and explain that they were the Empress and Emperor of heaven. Who made them that? Before knowledge, if someone had a lot of wealth and was asked, who gave you all that wealth? He would reply, God. The Father is the bestower. Baba is giving us unlimited self-sovereignty and making us worthy of being worshipped in temples. At first, you rule in the unlimited Shiva temple, and then on the path of devotion, you build temples to Shiva with non-living images. At that time, the deities go on to the path of sin. Impure human beings can never be called deities. You now know we belonged to the deity clan, those who were worthy of worship, but are now worshippers. Now, once again, from being worshippers, we are becoming worthy of worship. For half a cycle, we remain worthy of worship, and then for half a cycle, we are worshippers. I am always worthy of worship. On the path of devotion, you remember me, and so I give you the fruit of that. I tell you to remember me constantly, and that you will then receive a lot of fruit in return. Do you enjoy living in this old world? I have come to give you the happiness of all relationships. Everyone else causes you sorrow. I am now giving you the inheritance of happiness. Shiv Baba is so sweet and loving. This is why people remember him as the innocent lord of the treasure store and say, fill our aprons. You know that you are not worthy of being the masters of heaven at the moment, and so Baba is now making unworthy ones worthy. He teaches you Raj Yoga and makes you into Empress for 21 births. He advises you how to attain a high status and how to glorify His name. The extent to which each of you children studies is also number wise. Good children are very obedient to their mother and father. You have now found the unlimited Father, and so how obedient should you be to Him? After all, the Father's name is the benefactor. He changes hell into heaven. You are making preparations for heaven to the same extent that you follow Srimad. Attachment to everyone has to be broken. Some ask, Baba, how do we break all attachments? Baba says, make me your trustee and then continue to take advice about what has to be done in any situation. Baba says, renunciation is for the sannyasis. You do not have to renounce your homes and families. It is the old world that has to be renounced. They renounce their homes and families and create a lot of loss, but they help a little at least because they remain pure. It is not that they become gurus and give liberation or salvation to anyone. It is only men who become celibate. But Baba is saving both men and women from being stripped. Baba advises you, if you become pure, you will become the masters of the pure world. In heaven, everyone is very happy. If you make good efforts and make that one your child, he will give you your inheritance. According to how much inheritance you give, I will give you a similar inheritance in return. I will give you it, but in heaven, not here. I will give you it, but in heaven, not here. Whatever you give me, I use it for you children. I do not become the master of the world. You do. All of these buildings, etc., are for you. This exhibition is also for you children to do service. Once again, I am making you into the masters of heaven. You can take as much as you want from me. Whether you make me your hire or not, be happy with your own children. Be pure and remember the one Father, and then your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. None of these false mantras will be any use. I give you the mantra that is beneficial. Remember the Father and the kingdom. When a child is born, he definitely receives an inheritance. You know that you belonged to Shiv Baba. You used to rule in heaven and then you lost it. Now the Father says, remember me, belong to me. There is so much benefit in belonging to me. Break off all your relationships with gurus, holy men, etc. I speak to souls through these organs. Just as When they feed a Brahmin priest, they think that the soul of the husband has come into that one. So Baba has incarnated in this one. It is not possible for the body to come. Baba does not have a body of his own. So he is called bodiless. You also have to become bodiless. Renounce the arrogance of the body. For the whole cycle, you have been aware of your body. In the golden age, you were soul conscious, and then when you became body conscious, you forget all the knowledge of souls. At first, you had great happiness when you left a body and took your next one. What does it matter to you if a soul takes another body? The soul has received his eternal part. In the golden age, there is no mention of crying because you have been crying a burden of sorrow for 63 births. You have now become completely tamopradhan. Now consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. Anywhere else you go, they say that such and such a sannyasi is speaking knowledge from the scriptures. Here, the incorporeal Supreme Soul does not read any scriptures. He is the one who gives the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures. You have become impure by reading the scriptures. You have been calling out, O bestower of salvation, liberator, remover of sin, come. Acha, the Father has come. He says, follow my directions and you will receive a high status. These are most elevated instructions. Baba is Shri Shri, doubly elevated. He comes and makes corrupt ones elevated. You know that each one has received his own part. The cycle continues to turn. Souls are not going to be destroyed, and their parts will not be destroyed. This is a predestined play from which no one can be liberated. The Father says, even I enter an impure body and serve you. I give you the happiness of heaven. You then make many temples of diamonds and jewels, and you put me inside them. I have now come at this time to make you into the masters of the world, and yet no one even knows me. They divorce me. You have to give everyone the Father's introduction and explain how he establishes heaven. This is so easy. Maya will come, but your task is to chase Maya away so that you do not remember anyone except Shiv Baba. For an hour or even half an hour, practice having remembrance, and then your final thoughts will lead you to your destination at the end. If your intellect is trapped anywhere, you will experience a lot of punishment. They sacrifice themselves at Kashi. That is called suicide. It is souls that commit suicide, but souls do not die because they are eternal. Imbibe all of this and stay in remembrance of the Father. All attachments have to be broken. This is an old body, and so you have to remain detached observers. You now have to return home. There is no pleasure here. Everyone is going to die in earthquakes. You have to make your stage good before you die. You are Shiv Shaktis. Both males and females are making effort to take power from Shiv Baba. A lot of regard is given to the mothers. All of you are Kanyas, Kumaris. Brahma Kumaris are Adhar Kumaris, half Kumaris as well as Kumaris. They remain voiceless. Bhishma Pitama is also remembered in the same way. There are many who remain celibate from childhood. Baba is now performing the task that he performed 5000 years ago. These temples are to be demolished. They will be rebuilt later on the path of devotion. All of these things have to be imbibed. Talk to yourself. This is known as churning the ocean. God speaks, I change you from ordinary human beings into Narayan. No human being can give this knowledge. This one soul is also listening. You repeatedly forget this. The example of tortoise and the buzzing moth apply to you. Everyone has to be given the Father's introduction. There is no point in worshipping Shiva without knowing his occupation. We also used to worship him, but we now know that Shiva Baba is changing us from humans into deities. The Father says, why do you beat your heads chasing after shells? All of that is to be burned. Your grandsons and granddaughters, etc., won't remain. All are going to die. You are the children of the benefactor Father. Those who benefit everyone. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First point, renounce body consciousness and become bodiless, the same as the Father. This is an old body and you have to use it as a detached observer. Follow the elevated directions of Shri Shri and become pure. Second point, to save yourself from harsh punishment of Dharmaraj, now make your stage such that you don't remember anyone except the Father in the final moments. Your intellect should not become trapped anywhere. Blessing. May you constantly give and take blessings with of your balance of doing service and making self progress and become an embodiment of success. Just as you are moving ahead a lot in doing service, in the same way, pay full attention to your self progress. Those who know how to keep this balance receive blessings and give blessings constantly. The attainment of this balance is blessings. It is not possible that those who keep this balance do not receive blessings. Constantly continue to move forward with blessings from the mother, the father, and the family. These blessings are your sustenance. Simply continue to give and take blessings from everyone, and you will easily become an embodiment of success. Slogan: to become an embodiment of virtues and to make everyone embodiments of virtues is the greatest donation. Om Shanti.